Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Louder. Yeah, today we have a very lively and interactive session with our resource person, Ms. Ramya Raman, on gender sensitization. I request my colleague Dr. Aruna Kumari to give away the introduction. Before that, let us all invite Madam with a huge round of applause.
Yeah, good morning, students. Yes. Be it the case of Kolkata doctor, the little child Asifa Banu, or our own Dr. Priyanka Reddy, we all know what painful death they had. Where are we going? And what are we doing? Just lighting candles? March rallies? Boys are also not exempted from these atrocities. It's now time for us to get sensitized. The question is not about the boy or a girl, but it's about the gender. And that's the reason we have this topic for today, gender sensitization. And for us to speak about this topic, we have the master trainer and the facilitator, Ms. Ramya Raman with us. I feel extremely honored, students, to introduce ma'am to all of you. Ramya Raman ma'am, she is a unique mix of in advertising, marketing, personal management, and industrial relations by education, and a master trainer by certification, along with expertise in delivering soft skills and behavioral skills. Training across sectors, industries, and verticals gives her the opportunity to connect with the students while imparting life skills. Now, when I speak about her education, she is a graduate with Bachelor of Commerce, a double postgraduate in Personal Management and Advertising Marketing, Diploma in Integrated Modern Montessori Teaching Training Certificate, Certification from School Psychology, POSH Certificate, I wish to tell you this, Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace, BTA, that's the Bachelor in Transaction Analysis and Counseling. Now her experience involves 22 years of total work experience, POSH IC external member for 6 organizations, and a POSH awareness trainer. She can conduct custom design training programs that enhance employee skills, successfully completed training programs across sectors, industries, and levels. And she has got corporate experience along with time management, call center training, stress management, many more, mentoring and coaching skills, first-time managers, value self while valuing others. And she's been associated with public sectors, private sectors, ITs like IBM, Dell Hyderabad, Amazon, reality like Aparna Constructions, Novartis, banking, Banking of America, Citibank, insurance, LIC, Chennai, HDFC Life, agriculture, pharmaceuticals, automobile, print media, hospitals, FMCG. Ma'am, there's so much to tell you about this. In brief, I would like to conclude that she believes in Phil Collins' statement, quote, that in learning you will teach and in teaching you will learn. So we are eagerly waiting for your session, ma'am. Please take over.
A very heartful welcome and good morning to all you beautiful people. I hope you're doing well and settled in. Yes, that's nice to see some smiles here and there. For a guys, it looks very constipated. But for the girls, it looks much more lively. So I hope that smile rubs on to the other people as well. Thanks, Aruna ma'am, for the introduction. When she was reading this portfolio of mine, I was just recollecting my days of sitting there and listening to some of the blessed faculties who had made their impact in our lives. When she was reading this portfolio, I was thinking, how many of you must be wondering, "Ape kitna kariye be?" अभी खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है। और या तो फिर चैट जीपीटी से मारा होगा, या फिर कहीं और से चुराया होगा, या फिर लिंक्डइन से मारा होगा। आई विश अगर मार सकती तो और भी बहुत कुछ मार सकती थी, बट नो, आई रियलाइज दैट बहुत मेहनत लगी है। There's been 22 years of oodles of experience that I have put in to come where I am. But to cut things short, when I was of your age, I was equally as lively, as bubbly, as unfocused as you people are. तो एक ही जात के हैं, don't worry. ठीक है? But the important element is not about focus रहना चाहिए, नहीं रहना चाहिए. The first things first, before I start on the gender sensitization, the first element that I would want to share with all of you is the environment that you are in. जो हालत में है, जो situation में है, the परिस्थिति in which you are right now is a very highly competitive environment. Extremely highly. I'm not saying we didn't have it in my time. We had it, but it was much better and much handleable. But in your case, competition chala ఎక్కువ ఉంది. So when you have to look at so many competitors for one particular position, it becomes overwhelming, right? So for one entrance exam, and to you need to you even see your results when it comes out. People are getting 100 on 100. जन्म में किसको मिला रे? 100 तो impossible होता था. It used to be a dream. Now ऐसा उठा के तेरे को 100 चाहिए? Take it. You want 25? Take it. So people have been giving, I mean, that's what I feel. I remember when I was growing, I had two older sisters of mine, and వాళ్ళ ఇద్దరు percentage కలిపి 100 రాదు. अभी तो तुम लोग को इंडिविजुअली 100 मिल रहा है. मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा कहाँ से मिल रहा है तुम लोग को बे. हमें क्या घूस खिला रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, तो तुम ही जानते हो. But interestingly, when I talk about this, all of you have got good amount of intelligence. That's probably why you're getting certain numbers which are something which we as faculty never got. So एक advantage आपके पास है कि आपके पास मस्त दिमाग है, because you have resources to do research on. You have oodles of information that is available. That's another headache why gender sensitization. When there is oodles of information, you don't know which information is correct, which information is wrong. चला आधा टाइम समझ में ही नहीं आता क्या पढ़ रहे हैं क्या नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. Anybody who's on diet will understand exactly my problem, because I'm going through one diet plan only. Suddenly you'll go on the internet, वो रील चपतदी that oh जीरा पानी पीने से अच्छा है, and then next day the whole jeera in the market is gone because everything is in my house. इधर एकदम लीटर पी रहे हैं, 3 लीटर 4 लीटर 5 लीटर, and then all I'm doing is going to the washroom saying एक मिनट. I'm more leaking than drinking. The other element says not more than 3 liters. पागल है, इतना तो तेरा बॉडी किडनी नहीं ले सकता. इधर किडनी दारू नहीं ले सकता, इधर किडनी पानी नहीं ले सकता. बताओ क्या ले सकता है? It's such a complicated. Don't take to what I'm trying. Just understand what I'm trying to say. I'm saying the position in which you people are rendu nahi. You have information that talks a lot of positivity. The very second element, you have things that are talking negative about it. Now you people are more confused because your life is on social media only. Your life is not around people like faculties like these, or amma nana or tata and amamma. You're not around that life at all, because you don't work on experience, you work on social media, right? So then you get more confused. Do I make sense? Now in that confusion is where this topic came up, which is called gender sensitization. Any idea what that means to you? Any idea? If anybody can just volunteer, 1 or 2 of you who can tell me what according to you is your understanding or abhiprayam about gender sensitization. Tumhara, what is your understanding? Yes, buddy.
Good morning, everyone. I am Kunal Bajaj. So, this is something that should be. Just a minute.
That's okay.
Can I think?
Yeah, please. Soch. When he was coming, you encouraged him, right? अब जब सोचने के लिए वक्त ले रहा है, why are you discouraging him? वो ए बोलने की क्या जरूरत है? फटता है खड़े होने से, पता है? वहां खड़े होकर बात करना आसान है, यहाँ फटता है जब खड़े होके जब इतने लोगों को देखते हो. So never degrade anybody for the guts he has. So you should give him a big round of applause for standing here. Good, good. क्योंकि अगर तुम्हारे पास इतना गट से किसी के बारे में कमेंट मारने का तो तुम्हारे दम होना चाहिए यहाँ आके खड़े होके आंसर देने का. अगर नहीं है तो चुप करके बैठो. That is the first element of gender sensitization. This is a gender, this is a gender. Right? So the first thing you should do is when you talk about sensitization, that means respect. Sensitization doesn't mean you need to stand and cry. Sensitization doesn't mean you need to feel bad. Sensitization means feeling about somebody, respecting somebody. So इतना कर लो बहुत है. पढ़ाई लिखाई निकल जाएगी, but first learn to respect your co-people, your own colleague, your own friend. अब याद आया कुछ? बोलना चाहोगे?
Thank you so much. Okay, so whenever we see some harshful incidents, we need to understand that it's not about crime. It all lies inner. We need to understand that it's in our culture. We do not promote co-education and then we expect people to live in a crime-free society. We see a lot of discrimination among men and women in the society, and then we see want people to live in a healthy society. We need to build a safe and a healthy culture, but we also need to realize that men and women are not just bodies, we are human. A man will never be able to help a woman, only a human can help a woman. You need to understand that you are not just a body but a consciousness. My Guru Acharya Prashant always says that in a relationship, it's not just you and me, it's you, me and sky. So focus on elevating yourself and the next person to you. Focus on elevation, focus on liberation. Focus on making each other better and just better. That's it. You need to understand that you are not just bodies. You need to understand that a woman can also have same thoughts as you. Men generally do not understand herself as thoughts, as they only understand themselves as beauty. So you need to understand that they can have the same thoughts and even a better mentality than you. So please understand that.
Impressive. Good job. Good job. He's covered the session now. He's covered this. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. It's nice to know what at least the definition of gender sensitization means. How many of you are aware that at least I would like to start with the faculty sitting in the room today. When we were growing up, what were the two genders that we were quite aware of? Male and female? Now how many genders do you think are in the market? There are many. Okay? LGBTQ also falls into one of the proper genders. Okay? You have sexual is another gender that we're talking about. So there are multiple elements that we are talking about. For you, this should not be news. For you youngsters, this should not be news because this is something that has always been in Indian culture. You know that? How many of you know about Mahabharata? At least thoda bahut aisa suna hoga. Okay, there was a character that Arjun played. Brihannala. Excellent. What is Brihannala's position? He's a trans, right? So, हमारे ज़माने में the Indian culture, I'm not even saying Hindu culture, I'm saying Indian culture. हमारा Indian culture was so broad-minded even during those days that हमको उनको भी हम अपने आप को we used to involve them into a part of our own society. We never treated them useless. We never treated them shit. We respected them the way they are. महाभारत के टाइम में ब्रह्मनला को क्या रिस्पेक्ट मिला था वो तुम होमवर्क करके देखो. Okay, so these are the people who are respected. Another element, people who are from Hyderabad more so will know this much better. We have these transgender people whenever there's an occasion at home. Somebody has delivered a baby or somebody has recently getting married or something like those, you know. So we have those people who are invited in. Why are they invited? Why are those people invited? Because they have the power. When he was talking about the energy, this is what he was talking. They have the power much more than you as a gender as female and you as a gender as male as God. They have the power of two and the power is so powerful that it can only give a lot of blessings. That's why those people are called. That's why those people were called to respect. So, If I come to think about it, Nana, I think the volume has gone a little too high. Yep, thank you. So when we talk about culture, India is a very modern culture from the beginning. But the problem is, after getting useless people and their useless thinkings in mind, things have started to change. So the first element of gender sensitization is respect. The first element of gender sensitization is respect. Among you people itself, you will find somebody, somebody might be straight, somebody might be more to do with feminine, somebody might be having more liking towards the other gender, somebody might not be interested in being any of the genders being called, right? So why are we doing that? Because they are human at the end of the day. That is exactly what Mr. Bajaj said. We are all human, respect them as human. How many of you remember, okay, let's put it this way. When did you, from the girls, when did you start your cycling for the first time? Cycle. बाईसाइकिल कब चलाना शुरू किया? एक नंबर चाहिए 4. तुम लोग कब शुरू किए? याद है. So probably nursery is the one, okay? लेकिन हमको मिला था when we were in probably 4th class, okay? So you need to understand. This is what I was telling Aruna ma'am also when we were climbing up the stairs. When we were all coming upstairs, we were talking we talk about women when they drive. ओके जब कोई गाड़ी चला रहा होता है, आप रोड पे हो, गाड़ी चला रहे हैं, सामने का एक गाड़ी है, गाड़ी चला रहे हैं, एंड यू सडनली सिट फ्रॉम द बिहाइंड एंड से ये पक्का कोई लड़की चला रही है, ये हो ना हो लड़की चला रही है, एंड तेरा कर्मा व्हेन यू क्रॉस द पर्सन यू विल रियलाइज इट्स अ गर्ल ओनली, एंड यू से देखा मैं बोला था लड़की होगी. करेक्ट. क्यों तुमने आइडेंटिफाई किया वो लड़की है? चलाने का तरीका. ठीक है, चलाने का तरीका होता है. नाउ तुम लोग बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली जेंडर में तुम बोल दिया कि इट हैज टू बी अ गर्ल बिकॉज एनीबडी हु इज ड्राइविंग बैड हु डजंट हैव अ रोड सेंस इज अ गर्ल. करेक्ट. नाउ लुक एट द अदर एस्पेक्ट व्हिच आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू नाउ व्हिच विल ओपन योर थिंकिंग प्रोसेस. This is why I asked you, when did you first learn your cycle? When were you first introduced to the road traffic? The guys were introduced to the road traffic much more earlier than we were introduced. వద్దు పోకు, రోడ్లో చాలా ట్రాఫిక్ ఉంటుంది, ఇలా డ్రైవ్ చేయకు, కాలనీలో పో నాన్న, బయట పోకు. These are all given to the girls as instructions. And you were introduced to the road much more fast. వెళ్ళి షుగర్ తీసుకురా, షుగర్ లేదు, వెళ్ళి గుడ్లు తీసుకురా, అది లేదు, బ్రెడ్ తీసుకురా, అది లేదు. करे सो है. हमको नहीं करते थे कभी. हमको बोलते थे వద్దు, రోడ్ వద్దు, ఇంకెవరన్నా పంపిద్దాం, we'll send somebody else, right? So the road sense for you started when you were younger. For me, road sense started when I was older. By then, the number of years of experience, you have gathered it more than I have gathered. So when we judge people on the road, when we see people driving a little differently than you are driving, the first judgment is ladki hogi. But you don't understand that the same ladki was given an opportunity to drive only so many years later than what you have been started to drive. So remember, when I'm repeating myself again and again, when we talk about gender sensitization, it is being sensitive towards other genders. That means respect. That means consideration. That means understanding. Right? And how can you develop an understanding? When you connect with those people and know more about the people. So this is very important for all of you. Abhi college mein hai, okay? You started a new life now. This is a different phase of life. No more school. It is college. Okay, so yes, there will be lots of times when you will be having some interactions with other genders. Other gender will have interaction with you. There will be ideas exchange. There will be thought process exchange. There will be information exchange. Everything should be done in a position where you are not being pulled down. Remember, any information you are sharing with any of the genders, remember it has to be respectful and kept to privacy. Am I clear? మనం అనుకుంటాం కదా, నాకు బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, నాకు వీడు కూడా బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్, వాడు కూడా బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్, వాడు కూడా బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్. బట్ అట్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ అవ్వగానే తెలిసిపోతుంది బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఎవరు ఏదని. అప్పుడు దాకా మీ గురించి కాలేజ్లో అన్నీ టామ్ అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది. సో ఐ అగైన్ రిపీట్, ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఫ్యామిలీ ఆర్ ఫ్యామిలీ. What you can go ahead and tell family, you cannot and should not tell it to your friends. Because remember, you're of the same age. Maturity anta level lo ledu. And to become friends, it takes time. You should not have 10 friends, you should have 2 friends. The quantity is not mukhyam, the quality is mukhyam. But in your age, quantity is mukhyam. When you're posting on social media, be careful what you're posting, what comments you're giving, What kind of inputs are you giving to people? All that are something that are very, you had your social media element yesterday, right? And most of your life is on social media, yes or no? So you end up saying, Amma, इसमें क्या है? Post कर देते हैं ना, ये picture यहाँ से निकाला, वो picture वहाँ से निकाला, right? Let me give you one incident. When ma'am was introducing me, she said, I'm a POSH certified, prevention of sexual harassment. Okay, I'll give you one incident which will make you realize how critical life is, okay? So there is this colleague, office environment, there's this lady colleague, and everybody is on Facebook. She is also on Facebook normally, okay? And she very recently got married. She was working on a particular project with this particular gentleman for almost about 4 years. 4 years is a big number. 4 साल की दोस्ती है. Recently he sent a Facebook invite saying, add me into your Facebook, this one. Invite भेजा, ये लड़की ने भी accept किया. Why? Because they've been working on the project for 4 years now. ठीक है? We assume we know people. This is what assumption is. This lady went ahead, said yes. ठीक है? उसके बाद उसकी शादी हो गई. They went for their honeymoon. Picture उसने load किया. Remember, Facebook is a place where you have your family also there. ठीक है? तो उसने pictures डाले. She went to Mauritius. तो उसने वहाँ के pictures डाले. Sunset, sunrise, drinking, ये party, वो party, reels, Instagram की जय. तो उसने Instagram में reel post कर दिए, सब कुछ किया. Now once Facebook, then you will get them added into other elements also, right? So Instagram లో కూడా add అయిపోయాడు. Second cut story short, there is a picture that she puts, okay? She's, I think it was one of her, the hotel usually, organizes parties and all that, right? So they were given as a special couple award because honeymoon period पे नए आए हैं. So the hotel had its own way of, appreciating them. She went in, she was with her husband, so there was a very cozy picture, very comfortable picture between the husband and wife. She posted it in the group. I remember Attamma, Mavaya, Amma, everybody is there, okay? And she posts this in the group. Everybody says, very beautiful, you look very nice, you look this, you look that. Sabne appreciate kiya. The guy whom she added recently, Rastadu, okay, he's Rastanada. Adi kuda ain't open page lo Rastanu. He's not even going on the personal window. He's writing it on the open page, okay, open window. He's tagging that photograph and he's saying, you look hot. You look hot, you look sexy. Looking forward to seeing you in person. हो गया? कट्टू. जो बवाल मचा उसके घर में. Why? Can anybody tell me? Why can anybody tell me? बवाल क्यों मचा उसके घर में? Because this post even her parents have watched. This post even her in-laws have watched. लेकिन बवाल क्यों मचा? Why was the hangama happening? क्यों हुआ होगा? Right? Possibility? Right? So now the problem is that this girl came back to the office and filed a POSH complaint against the guy. And POSH complaint ఒకసారి నీ రికార్డులో వచ్చేస్తే నువ్వు చచ్చినట్టు. There's no other opening, no other organization will ever hire you. You are blacklisted candidate. వాడికి ఇప్పుడు జాబ్ లేదు. ఆఫీస్ నుంచి there's no questions asked. If a girl has filed a POSH case against you and there is data to file it, why am I giving you? We are talking about gender and sensitivity. Just because there is somebody, some friend of yours whom you have known for 4 years, doesn't give you the liberty to talk. Freedom of speech is not freedom of mind. You cannot talk whatever comes to your mind. You should be valuing every word that comes out of your mouth. Social media lo unnavu ante you should be careful of what you're putting across. You cannot just randomly give any information. It's not called freedom of speech. It's called freedom of stupidity. So please understand, when you're talking about gender sensitization, respect the gender as a human being, not as an object. What you see in films is a profession. What you see in movies is a profession. And that is a profession. That is not reality. So when you see girls wearing certain kind of clothes, you see women wearing certain kind of dresses, you have no right to comment. It's their thing, they do it. But you have no right to demean anybody. Am I making sense here? right? So be very cautious about what you do and what you don't do. Very important age that you are in right now. For you, all of us adults will look like stupid people. All your lecturers, all Amma Nana, everybody will look like stupid people for you, which is fine because it is very normal in the age that you are in. But just keep one thing in mind. If something affects you, it affects 10 times more for people like us. So तुमको अगर सोशल मीडिया पे ट्रोल कर रहे हैं ना, सबसे पहला ट्रोलिंग तेरे माँ बाप को होगा. You have no right to troll me, right? You don't have no right to take me down into the shit, right? You went into the shit, it is your problem, you handle it. Why should you take your parents into the shit? Why do you take college into the shit? College is a brand, it's come to a certain level, people know Matrishi College, right? So you have to be very careful with the brand that you're associated. You should be careful with father's brand that you're carrying along. I'm Ramya Raman. Raman is my father's name. So anything good, bad, ugly I do, it hits that name there. So be very careful of what you're doing. Be careful of the words, be careful of your deeds, be careful of your actions. Am I clear? Right? So a lot of times you will find bullying happening in the college. Lot of times the girls will see bullying happening with boys. Lot of times boys will see bullying happening with girls. Do not close your eyes. Walk up to the immediate faculty and let them know what is happening around. Because bullying is another part of gender insensitivity. Nobody should bully anybody. If you see any girl going down because of certain element, it is your duty to ensure that you support her. It is not about saying, "Chi, pata nahi kya ho gaya, kya nahi ho gaya." That's not how you demean people. Boys again, be watchful of your body language. Your hand should be with you. Your hand should not come to me. Your legs should be with you. Your legs should not come to me. Your legs are a part of you, so it should be with you, not with me. So you cannot touch me, you cannot abuse me, you cannot see me in a dirty way, you cannot comment on me. Any of these are a big no-no here. So please be very cautious about what you do. And if you see any of your friends or colleagues going through a difficult time, stand there as a support. Stand there as a strong pillar. Come, let the management know that there is something that's not right that's happening here. They will take up a call on it. But do not shut your mouth and ignore it. Because that's the biggest thing that is happening here. He very nice, Mr. Bajaj told a very nice thing about the rape element. I will say Mr. Bajaj and Miss Lady because you are already young adults. That's how I will address. Nice smile though. The lady with the glasses there. Right. So having said that, these are some very important elements. Anybody who's got a thought or a question? Anybody who's got a thought or a question? Because I'm not somebody who can go on a lecture mode. I can never do that. So anybody who's got a thought or a question? Anybody who's been bullied when you were in school? Proud of you. I was bullied too. That is different. Now I kill people. Good. Good. How did you manage? Good. Good, buddy. Good. Glad that you're able to open your mouth and act. Give them a big round of applause. Give them a big round of applause. Have you gotten better with it? How did you get better with it? How did you get better with it? Would you want me to send this across for you? Or you can be louder enough like I am? Idi pass chestara, please. That's okay. Right. Anybody who would like to say, how did you overcome what you did when you went through your bully time? How did you get over it? That's okay. Is that working? No, I think it's a mic. It's a speaker. Speaker.
Ma'am, I just wanted to inform you, there's an information. I heard Priyanka Chopra, Miss Universe, and now she's the current women ambassador. She was bullied in America for being dark skinned. So when she can actually project India in a larger scale, was also bullied. So that's what I just wanted to share that information.
That's a very, very beautiful input. Thank you.
So, firstly,
Introduce yourself.
firstly, my name is Sai Dichta and I am from Civil Department. So, I'm getting emotional, sorry. When I am in intermediate, I'll go from RTC, I'll travel in RTC. It was a rainy season, I think. Somebody misbehaved me. Like, I was normal at that moment, but later I went home. I cried very much and I didn't even share with anyone also. Like,
But what made you share today?
I was confident now, but some situations make me depressed many times.
That's okay.
And also I want to share one more
What do you
thing.
want to tell them? What do you want to tell them?
I want to be civil engineer and it was my dream from 8th standard. So we born twins, I have a twin sister too. Like from 9th month baby, I was suffering with pneumonia and I have a health issue too. And I'm still suffering with it. So I'll wear a jacket, that's why, okay?
Good for you. Look nice.
Thank you, ma'am. And I was physically weak, but mentally, I'll strongly say I'm mentally strong. But why I'm crying, I don't know. But so, yeah. My dream is to become a structural engineer, and someone will ask, no, then what you wanna become? Then I'll say, oh yeah, you're a girl, but you're saying that, oh excellent. Because of sharing my dream, I was very motivated. I got very, very, very much supported from my family. Family in the sense my father, mother, and my siblings. Really, my father and mother supported me very well, and they encouraged me, they motivated me. Even when I'm saying, you are physically weak, why you are doing this? You need to do field work, many things they said. But also they said, you're really mentally strong, you can do it, you can do it. That made me do this. And I'll strongly believe and I'll strongly say that one day I'll become a structural engineer. And I want to be a role model to girls who are suffering with physical issues, health issues and and the introverts they were very strong, and I'm an extremely introvert. I know that, and I'm a movie lover too. I saw many movies in it.
Good.
Like this, and recent incidents made me more motivated. And recently I was depressed, and I got more support from my family and my friends, my intermediate friends. My mother and father will motivate it. Daily I learn a lesson, and in this induction program I learn many more things really.
Good.
So ma'am also motivated me more, and thank you so much, ma'am.
No problem.
And this is Sai Dichta, and signing off. All the best to everyone.
That's so
And
sweet.
I hope you all have a great future ahead. And thank you. Signing off. Bye.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. Whoever can say that somebody who's introvert, who is emotional, can stand and still speak so confidently, right? So this is another important element of learning when it comes to being sensitive. See, being sensitive, I again repeat, has to be in terms of understanding, but sometimes you have to pretend. You have to pretend that you are strong. You have to pretend that you are, तुमको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You should pretend that, you can walk confidently into the same kachra again and walk out with that amount of, head held high. So this is what she did. So you should appreciate people like her who talk that they are not confident but have stood here and spoken their mind out. Gender sensitization means respecting people like her. Gender sensitization is respecting people like you. So people who are confident, learn from them. People who are not so confident, support them, understand them, respect them. Whether it's a boy or a girl, doesn't matter. So that's something that all of us need to be very watchful and careful about. Right? So yes, I see 2 hands raised. Ek minute. Baba, can you, Nana? Akkada venakala mic kavalanta. Can you pass it? Idi ichindi, no problem. Will you raise the hand so the gentleman can walk up to you, please? Oh, I'll come to you. I'll finish with you, I promise. My bad. Switch it on, please.
మ్యామ్ కెన్ ఐ స్పీక్ తెలుగు అంటే నన్ను 8th క్లాస్లో నేను హాస్టల్లో ఉన్నాను 8th క్లాస్లో సారీ ఐఎమ్ కే భవానీ ఫ్రమ్ సిఎంఈ ఓకే నేను 8th అంటే నేను 5th నుంచి 8th వరకు హాస్టల్లో ఉన్నాను అప్పుడు నన్ను కొన్ని సిచ్యువేషన్స్ చాలా డిప్రెషన్కి వెళ్ళేటట్టు చేశాయి అప్పుడు నేను అంత చిన్నపిల్లని మా ఇంట్లో చాలా చిన్నపిల్లని నేను అక్కడ ఇంట్లో అంత లాడ్ చేసేవారికి నాకు ఏం అనిపించలేదు హాస్టల్లో ఒక్కదాన్ని ఉండేసరికి వాళ్ళు నాతో బిహేవ్ చేసే విధానము కానీ అంత నచ్చకపోయేది నేను వాళ్ళతో అంత ఫ్రీగా ఉండడాన్ని వాళ్ళు చాలా టేక్ ఇట్ ఈజీగా తీసేసుకున్నారు తినేమన్నా ఏమనదు అన్నట్టు టేక్ ఇట్ ఈజీగా తీసేసుకున్నారు
టేక్ ఇట్ ఈజీ లేదు టేకింగ్ ఫర్ గ్రాంటెడ్
టేకింగ్ ఫర్ గ్రాంటెడ్గా తీసేసుకున్నా ఓకే నేను అనుకున్నాను నాకేంది నేను మా అంటే ఒక 2 years ఉంటాను అనుకొని నేను అలా ఉన్నాను కానీ వాళ్ళు చాలా బ్యాడ్ వేలో నన్ను అదే యూస్ చేసుకున్నారు అంటే నేను చేయని పనిని నా పేరు అక్కడ పెట్టి యూస్ చేశారు అప్పుడు నేను చాలా భయపడ్డాను అక్కడ నేను నా తప్పేం లేదు నేను ఎందుకు బ్లేమ్ అవుతున్నాను చెప్పాలంటే ఒక అక్క రిలేషన్లో ఉండే కానీ నా పేరు పెట్టి ఆమె రిలేషన్ చేసింది
నాకు ఒకే క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది ఐ అగ్రీ యూ వెంట్ త్రూ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ డిఫికల్ట్ టైమ్స్ ఆ చిన్న ఏజ్లో వెళ్ళడం ఇస్ అ వెరీ వెరీ ట్రామా I will not deny it. Enaka, you didn't have Amma Nana Pakkana, so that's another challenge. Point taken. Has it made you a better person now? Are you a stronger person now?
Yeah.
Are you somebody who can handle yourself better? Are you somebody who's confident that ee paristhiti malli raadu vaste kuda I'll be able to take it through? Give her a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Bhavani. Thank you so much. Great.
Ma'am,
this is what is called sensitization. I went through something, but now I'm able to handle it better. Akka pakkana evarkana avutundante kuda because aa noppi neeku telusu kabatti you will be able to help them better. That is called sensitization. Proud of you. Right. You can pass the mic on to the lady behind. Oh, there's one more lady in the between as well. I missed her.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Vishnupriya. Actually, I too went to a lot, but I don't want to mention it. But all the incidents, whatever happened, they make everyone stronger actually. Everyone here might have gone through something. Like we had our competitive exams, maybe many of them had the dreams to go to IIT and stuff, but they couldn't actually. Maybe they went into depression, they had that phase. But whatever everyone goes through, whatever happens in their life, everything will teach you a lesson and make you stronger actually.
Perfect. The last line is more important than anything else. So congratulations.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you.
Right. Pass it on to the lady behind, please. And I hope the guys also have their stories behind.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for asking.
So actually अभी तक तो बढ़ रही थी तो माइक लेने तक पड़ती है पर माइक लेने के बाद तो बात कर ही लेती हूँ.
Very good.
Like for me growing up with an elder brother, this gender sensitization is like it has grown up with me. So मैं ना like this is not only limited to girls, I think. मुझे boys की point of view भी जानना है कि उन्हें क्या लगता है जब वो ऐसे like देखते हैं या फिर उन्हें क्या लगता है. I just want to know their point of view. And again, I have so many questions for you. And one of them is like, how far does a dressing of a girl like matter in such issues?
Beautiful, an excellent question, a very valid question, a very
And because my mother, she's from judiciary and everything. She sees so many cases
Correct.
and everything, and she is in this constant fear that she is leaving a single girl in the house.
Correct.
Because my brother is in abroad and I stay single at home, so she's in this constant fear that she have to leave me in the house and she has to go.
Correct.
And I just need I want to make her free from that fear.
Great. So let's do one thing, okay? First, let me answer your first question.
Okay.
When you talked about what dressing is the right dressing.
Yes.
So when you say right, then there has to be something called wrong also, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, there's no word called right.
Yes.
Right అని చెప్తున్నామంటే wrong ఉండాలి. Wrong అని చెప్తున్నామంటే ఏదో ఒకటి right ఉండాలి. అంతే కదా? లేకపోతే otherwise it's a normal thing which normally we would do. As simple as that. Right. So when we talk about the dressing element, have you heard of this dialogue or a statement, when you're in Rome, be a Roman?
Yes.
कभी सुना? Okay. When you're in Rome, be a Roman అంటే ఏ పరిస్థితిలో ఏ సిచ్యువేషన్లో ఎలా ఎక్కడ వెళ్ళారో ఎలా ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళు ఎలా ఉన్నారో మనం అలా ఉండాలి. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సే you're coming to a college.
Yes.
Right? So what kind of a dressing sense should we have? A dress, why are you coming to the college? To reveal yourself or to learn something? To learn your studies, to be more educated, to be more good. So the focus should be where? Focus should be on the studies. So the exposure that you need to have towards your, the kind of dressing that you wear, you need to be very humble and noble there. Very simple, because distraction will take you elsewhere. But right now the attraction has to be studies. Attraction should not be you. Number one. Right? Yes or no? Have you observed these film actors when they are ये गणपति बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल, ये गणपति के में हैव यू सीन, तुम लोग तो मेरे से ज़्यादा सोशल मीडिया पे हो बदमाश, तो यू मस्ट हैव सीन ऑल दीज फिल्म एक्टर्स एंड एक्ट्रेसेस, राइट? हैव यू सीन एक्टर्स? कोई भी चड्डी बनियान में था क्या? व्हाट डिड यू सी देम वेयर? कुर्ता पजामा, पैंट्स, शर्ट, डेनिम्स, कपड़े पूरे पहने हुए थे. हाँ. Cut 2. Come to the ladies, you'll find them in saris. You'll find them in घाघरा. शिल्पा शेट्टी मस्त था उसका कपड़ा, नहीं ये देख बेशरम, हाँ हाँ बोल रहे मस्त था उसका एक्चुअली आउटफिट. ओके, why she could have worn a short skirt and come जय गणेश कर सकती थी. गणेश वहां से उतर के बाहर आ जाते थे, मेरे को बुलाई क्या बोल के. समझ में आ रहा है? When you are in Rome, be a Roman. जहाँ पे जिस चीज की जरूरत है वो चीज वहां करनी होती है. आज टुडे आई वाज सपोज टू वेयर सलवार कुर्ता एंड कम, देन माय मदर टोल्ड मी थोड़ा सा. I am not somebody, this is what I told both of the ladies who were coming with me today. I told both of them, I am not used to wearing saris as proficiently as you people wear. मेरे को नहीं आता भाई, या तो पेटीकोट पहले आएगा या तो मैं आऊंगी. So that is what I was saying. But today I got a compliment. She said, you worn it very, very well. I said, yeah, because I'm coming to a college. When you are in Rome, be a Roman. You should see me cut to when I go to corporates, when I go to MNCs to train, when I go to when I travel abroad. You should see me the way I'm dressed. I always wear Western outfits. नीचे अच्छा खासा मेरा heel वाला sandals होगा. Very nicely done Western outfit, a nice good formal frock. I go and I train. I wear the formal frock. मेरे को पहले घर निकाल देते थे ये लोग. So now have I been to answer your question?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So you have to use your brain to understand where am I going and what is my focus element. Now you're going to a disco. Remember? Sorry. So you're going to a party. You're going to a party again. Who are the people that you're partying with? Are that people safe? Are you going to be safe? Is that an environment which is safe? If it is not safe, go very, very low in your dressing sense. But when I'm talking about people, when you know which is a family, then you know that you're safe, so you can wear whatever your parents agree upon. But in an Indian culture, you still need to be careful of what you wear. Even today, you need to be careful of what you wear. Because people look at you, they look at you more. That's why I started the class with an example saying that's a profession. Movie is a profession. What you see there is not what is here. तुम वो वहाँ पे लड़की एकदम झिंटाक छटाक देखते हो, तुमको एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि लड़की. We are not objects. We are human. And respect it the way it is. So you need to be careful of what you're wearing, where you're wearing. Right? So college is not a place to reveal your clothes. It's a revealing talent. It's to reveal your knowledge. It's to reveal and learn more new things. But not in terms of revealing yourself. So this is one thing that you need to be watchful about. Was I able to answer that question?
Yes, ma'am, but they say, like, boys say that, just give me a minute.
No, frame your thoughts. Frame your
Yeah.
thoughts.
So they are like, only girls doesn't have hormones and boys also have hormones.
Correct.
They'll get attracted to us.
There is nothing wrong. I
Yeah.
never said anything about it.
Yeah, they say that if you wear revealing clothes and if you go in public, then they'll watch. इसमें क्या गलती है and everything. How do you answer that question?
गलती उसमें ये है कि you're watching me more as a product than me as a person. You're watching me as a product. ये माल कमाल है, इसके साथ सो सकते हैं, इसके
I'm
साथ
not
एक रात
taking,
निकाल सकते हैं.
again,
That's
I'm
not the point.
stating this, I'm not taking anyone's side. Just, I think that.
I'll tell you what. When you objectifize yourself, because they're objectifying it watching movies, so they expect the girls can reveal. But if you give them what they want, then they will do what they want. Remember one thing, guys, you also have family, you also have sisters, you also have mom. अगर उनके में किसी ने किया तो तुम लोग को चढ़ने लगती है ना, तुमको बोलते कैसा मेरी बहन को छेड़ता बे, तू अभी छेड़ के गया ना मेरे को. So it's that way. So a man, till he changes his mentality, things will not change. And to change that mentality, I'm not saying be always.
But they are giving an excuse of hormones for that, right?
Doesn't matter. No, they will give 1,001 excuses. I can give 1,001 excuses of why not doing what they're doing.
Yes.
Let's look at the lady who's standing next to you, fully covered from top to bottom. उसको पूछो क्या level of stress वो निकलती है. It's nothing to do with clothes. I repeat myself. Thank you, lady, for standing there. एक second रुक जाओ. It has nothing to do with your clothes. It is all to do with the mentality. वो पूरा ऊपर से नीचे covered है, देखो उसको. Gender sensitization इसको बोलते हैं. Even if I'm completely covered, nothing revealing, people still look at me as an object. So it is a problem with your brain, not my brain. So even if I'm completely covered, you will still see some fault in me. I'm not, then you will still see fault in me. I am not wearing it because I want you to see me. I am wearing it because I am happy. Wear things that make you happy. But when you are wearing things, be confident about how you carry it. You understand? And I must make this clear before I give it to the lady to finish. And I'm making it clear, don't misunderstand. Next time I think I'll not be called for what I'm going to tell now. When I was of your age, even now I ride bikes, but even at your age, मैं तब तक bike चलाना शुरू कर दी थी. I was driving my bike when I was probably in my 8th standard. Bike. So I remember the first bike I ever rode was a Yamaha. I still remember. Reasons I know why I rode, because वो एक बाइक था जो बेचारा नीचे था, तो मेरे को वैसा ही हाइट नहीं है, पैर नीचे पहुंचेगा नहीं, तो I had to pick up a bike which I could ride easily. So Yamaha was my first bike. Okay, when I started riding, I was into sports, so my body was a very well toned body. Okay, वैसे ही लड़के मेरे पास आने से डरते थे क्योंकि पीठ पार में तो गालियां का तो बौछार हूं मैं. तुम लड़के आसपास भी नहीं हो, मतलब मुंह खोले तो I can sing a song of गाली, उतना मस्त है मेरे को lyrics. ठीक है? So I was a brat. So I had more of boys who were friends. To just let you know, I had more boys as a friends than girls. Girls never used to like me. Cut to, when I used to ride bikes, you can't ride with frock and all, no? So I used to wear shorts and ride. Hyderabad में वो time में you will seldom find girls on a daylight wearing a pair of shorts. My father used to get scared, जैसे आपकी मम्मी डरती हैं. My father used to get scared कि ये लड़की. My father was not scared कि ये लड़की को कुछ होगा. My problem for my father was ये किसी को मार के आ जाएगी. Gender sensitization इसको बोलते हैं. My parents were never scared of me. You want to wear a pair of shorts? If you know how to carry yourself, you know how to handle yourself, there will be people who will look at you. But if you are able to handle yourself, tackle yourself, still be safe, do it. Because once or twice my father tried to tell me, it didn't work. Then he said, your safety is in your hands. You can't handle it, then don't come back crying to me. So my father was more scared. I would probably beat up some guy who comes and does some crap with me. He was not worried, mere ko kuch hoga. So to answer your second question, that mom is scared leaving you alone, then you should make yourself so physically, mentally, emotionally strong that amma can see and say, ye bindas hai, ab isko kuch nahi hone wala. लोगों को इससे डरना चाहिए, इसको डरने की जरूरत नहीं है।
वो डरती नहीं है मैम, एक्चुअली वो तो ऐसे ही छोड़ देती है, मैं घूमती रहती हूँ। बट लाइक जब ये केस आया था ना सबके सामने, जब ये केस आया था तब से लाइक
आई विल टेल यू one more thing because she said about the case. Remember there was a case of we get a lot of cases nowadays which is not so good. So there was one of the times when, this is a couple of years ago, okay, I have two teenage daughters, 18 and 17 now, sorry, I made her 19 only. Anyway, that is how mother I am. Anyway, 18 and 17, okay. So both are beautiful, beautiful young children, and now they are 18, 19, but I'm talking when they were probably in their 4th and 5th or 5th and 6th class, something like that. तो उस समय भी एक trend आया था, too many rapes happening. 2-month-old girl getting raped, 2-year-old getting raped, and it was depressing. Depressing is an understatement. I, being a mother of 2, I got very scared. I spoke to my husband and I said, एक काम करते हैं, इनका बच्चों का school will drop करते हैं, because I go through stress. एक बार वो लोग every time they go to school, I'm like worried कब तक वापस आएंगे, safe आएंगे, नहीं आएंगे, मेरे को फटता है, मेरे से नहीं होता है, मैं घर में पढ़ाएंगे. He said, ठीक है, घर में पढ़ाना पढ़ाओ. Because I am a very strong lady with my opinion. You cannot cut me off like that. He said, ठीक है, पर एक काम कर, थोड़े दिन चला के देख कैसा चलता है, उसके बाद देखते हैं. Cut 2. Next day I stopped sending them to school. 4th class, 5th class, कौन सा तीर मार लेंगे? Math, English was very easy because math is only plus, minus. It was no power square and square root and all. So I was very happy. ये तो कर लेंगे आराम से बोल के. 2 घंटा निकाल नहीं पाई मैं बच्चों के साथ. पागल हो गई मैं. I was like, इतना पढ़ाएंगे बे? I'm like, okay, study now, then half an hour break, then study now. And I'm like, I'm supposed to sit with them because I'm supposed to teach them. And I thought homeschooling was easy. Not even 1 week, 2 days, 1.5 days. नहीं हुआ. I called my husband, जरा डिंगे ज़्यादा हाँक ली, नहीं होगा मुझसे, मैं पढ़ाई नहीं करे, भेजो उनको स्कूल. Then my husband said, why did you decide not to send them? Because you were scared of the society around, right? You felt that was unsafe. उसका क्या कर रही हो तुम? And then I started to realize, correct तो है, आज तो मैं बचा ली. When they start growing up, they become teens, they become of your age, तब मैं क्या करूँगी? कब तक रोकूँगी उनको घर में? कब तक उनको दोस्तों से मिलने के लिए बंद करूँगी? How all will I stop them? Then they'll become an introvert. Then they will not meet people. They will not like, I'm stopping them from growing. Then I realized this is not happening. All I did was made them self-equipped. दोनों को घुसा दिया मैंने. I put them into a martial arts class. जा. So now, even if you are going out with your cousin or you're going out with your friend, तू 7 बजे भी वापस आ रही है, मेरे को टेंशन नहीं है क्योंकि तेरी सेफ्टी तू देख लेगी. You're able to understand? So when you talk about gender sensitization, I can't do much about men in the world. But what I can do is make the child more equipped. Do I make sense? So this is one thing. So thanks to you, I was able to put this across. So all the ladies here, don't get scared. Not everybody is bad, but not everybody is good either. So long as you are careful about this, we are good to go. So make yourself stronger.
Just another question.
Oh, you have another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a very thin line between feminism and gender equality.
Correct.
So how do you differentiate these two? Like how do you explain these two? And are they the same thing,
no,
or
are
they different?
Feminism is actually taken to a very different level right now. Okay, but feminism is basically respecting femininity. Men can have feminism in them. Women already have feminism in us.
Actually,
we have masculinity in us also.
Yeah, actually we have seen the Shabarimala case where girls were not allowed into the temple.
Correct.
In that particular case,
that is stupidity. That is sheer stupidity.
Yeah, they were taking it
to a very different level, which was not required. Okay. You want to go to a temple, no other, why only that temple is only there, There are many other temples. And the reason why the temple was stopped also, there were practical reasons behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
There they were showing the feminist,
correct.
like feminists and femininity.
Extreme. They're not
Yeah.
feminism. It's extreme.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Thank
So
you.
what
I
was
think
the, like, what is the difference between those two? Can you like explain
See,
that?
if you are able to speak your mind, speak logically, and it makes sense to you, then it is something which is called feminism. But the Sabrimala incident was not a feminism at all. It was an extreme feminist, which was not something that can be taken into feminism consideration. ठीक है, सो वो अलग लेवल का लड़ाई है वो, बिकॉज आई एम अ लेडी, वो लेडी का लड़ाई नहीं था, वो लेडी का लड़ाई ही नहीं था वो, शी just took it. So it could be a politically driven one also, for all that you know. So that's something that is debatable, but that's an extreme case. Okay?
I'll just
Thank
pass.
you. Can
Thank
pass
you,
it on
ma'am.
there? Yeah. We are almost there. Yeah.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, as she said, like if you wear revealing clothes, they get attracted. So it was during
There
my...
is a difference between being, do you want somebody to love you for who you are? Or you want somebody to just to be attracted to you physically?
That's
Because the
right.
physical element, how many of you have seen, you don't even know those yesteryear actors. Kiska naam nikale hai? Do you know Helen? See, that name I can pick up. Anybody will understand. Do you, there's a cine actress called Helen. Salman Khan's second mom. Okay, Salman Khan's second mom. Not the original one, the duplicate. Okay? So सलमान खान की जो दूसरी माँ है, that is Helen. कभी उसको तुमने younger years में देखा? उसका कोई गाना जैसे एक मस्त गाना था, आ जानी जा. You remember that song? You should YouTube में देखना, मस्त है. She hot, good looking, chick, मस्त है. तो वो उनको आज के रिकॉर्ड में देखना. You see yesteryears of Helen and you say today's Helen. दुनिया भर का फर्क है. Why? Because as you grow, the body changes. You're not pretty all the time, every time. Things change. So only remains is love. So you need to understand, wherever there is, right now in the position that you people where the hormones are all over the place, it's only physical attraction. For love, you have to come to my age to understand which bakra you are married, whether it will go or not go. Right? So, अगर आप कपड़ों की बात कर रहे हैं और लव की बात कर रहे हैं, मेरे को ऐसे लड़के चाहिए नहीं जिंदगी में.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I
you
was...
like me for my clothes.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
When I was in second year, like final exams, I was in my center. I was fully covered. I was even wearing a mask. But they said me to remove my shoes. So after exam, I was on the staircase and they were all the boys. Okay, I was the only girl. And still they were saying, oh, your legs. Oh, you're not wearing a slipper.
That is called desperation. That's called vulgarity. That's called cheapness. That is not called attraction at all. That's called cheapness.
Afterwards, my brother said he will come and pick me up. I was waiting for him like at the gate. Suddenly, two boys came and they just, they were standing in front of me. I ignored. I thought they are also waiting. Then they said, how was your exam? Which branch? Which college?
Agreed. Agreed to what you say. I'll give you the same example which happened with me. I studied in St. Anne's College, Mehdipatnam, which is all women college. उधर में एक ऐसा बकरा आ गया था, बोल के देखते हो. It's the same thing. See, this is a very simple act. But the problem is, if this act can move beyond simplicity and it becomes dirty, then there's a problem. Why? I remember when any of the male members used to come, no? Kabhi koi office ka koi presentation, somebody used to come. We all used to say, ladka aaya, and we all used to run to the balcony to see, abhi kaun hai be? Kiska bhai hai, kya nahi hai, handsome hai, nahi hai. Saab, we used to scan that fellow. तो ये अगर आप अकेले एक लड़की थे सेंटर में तो बातें करने तक सब ठीक है. But if you, that's what I'm saying, you need to be very careful. It's a very thin line. It's a very thin line. मैंने भी मस्ती मारा. I've also commented on guys. I've also troubled guys. I've also beaten guys. I've also had more boys who were friends than girls who were friends. So मैंने extreme ends भी देखे. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody is bad.
Ma'am, at that time, I spotted a police officer and I just raised my hand. And he came and he just...
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But
So
remember,
bad.
nowadays also police has come up with a new number for people who are working late and who are coming home late. So those, but that is one element which the society is doing. But you have to safeguard yourself too, no? You have to also safeguard. That's why they say be careful with the friends you make. There was an incident that happened, gender sensitization. There was an incident that happened in Delhi. They dated for almost about a year, and yet that guy killed her and went away. 1 साल का इन्वेस्टमेंट इनटू द रिलेशनशिप, द गाय हैप्पीली केम, किल्ड हर एंड वेंट अवे. उसी के घर में अंधाधुंध मार के चला गया वो. That's why I'm saying you need to be very cautious of people who are coming into your life. Everything right now will look very nice to you, but I'm still telling you there's nothing wrong in enjoying, so long as you are safe. Your safety is in your hands. Nobody else can take care of you. So that is what is called being sensitive. There's a girl here, I think you should give the mic across. Poor thing, she's been holding on to it for a long time. Thank you, lady, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
We are probably at the last one now, so the lady around. Nana, Vakka Nimsham, she's been waiting for a long time. I think she's overdue. Long overdue. I think you should give it to her. Guys, for you it might look as a very different topic of discussion, but think it over. The more you look at another gender as a product or an object, it is only going to put you down as a human being.
Hey everyone.
I'll close my door.
Hey. Hey everyone, my name's Mayuka. I'm sorry I'm a bit nervous right now. When I was in 11th, I had like pretty much a lot of incidents going on in my life. Like I got into depression because of certain incidents, and those incidents actually impacted my life a lot. I've tried suicide a lot of attempts, like at a lot of times, and the thing that I want to share today is I want everyone to be strong mentally, because we can't change the society or we can't change the mindset of the people, but we can change what we interpret to the others. So I just want to say that being bullied, like when I was in school, I was bullied for being ugly, and that impacted a lot mentally and physically. And I just want to share that everyone's strong. We all have that thing inside of us that we should be strong. And the mistake that I've done in my life is that I've tried to kill myself a lot of times because of certain incidents, but still I came out strong. So I just want everyone to know that you all should be strong and fight in the society.
Without you realizing, you've been an inspiration to so many people who have not even spoken here a word. You don't even know how much of positivity you must have sent across to so many people sitting here. Just by saying the word that you have to be mentally strong, says oodles of things about you. So God bless you, you're doing fabulously well. Doing fabulously well. So when she was talking about mentally strong and physically appealing, it is not others to tell you whether you're good looking or not. It is you what you feel about yourself. It is you what you feel about yourself. You don't have to validate it from anybody. Okay, one last before I close the class. Has it ever occurred to you, जब आपने कोई नए कपड़े पहने हो, this is both for boys also, not just for girls, boys also. आपने कभी कोई नया trouser पहना है या नया outfit पहना है, and you walk up to amma, you walk up to nana, you walk up to your brother, you walk up to your sister and say मैं कैसा लग रहा हूँ, and she say अबे ये कलर ही सूट नहीं कर रहा बे तेरे को, And he'd be like, साले इतना मन से खरीदा उस पे, I was so bloody excited to wear this, और ये उतार दी. How many of you have gone through that phase? Okay. Why did you wear it in the first place, and what was the feeling you had when you wore it for the first time? You were excited, right? That means you were happy. You yourself saw the color. You wore that outfit once and seen how it was suiting you. You loved it and you were excited about it. Excitement is happiness. It's a positive trait. Yes or no? हाँ? फिर एक आदमी के बोलने से कैसा उतरता रहे? How can one person decide about what you should wear, what you should not wear, but somebody who has mentally been happy to wear it overnight has suddenly changed the plan of not wearing it? You understand what I'm saying? That's why I've stopped asking my spouse at all. Why? Because when you ask, you get an opinion. And when you get an opinion, it sits in your head. Correct? And when it sits in your head, then it's in your head. Till the time you come back home, it's like, अरे वो बोल रहा था ये सूट नहीं कर रहा है, अरे ये बोल रहा था बहुत लूज है, अरे ये बोल रहा था मैं अजीब तो नहीं. Half of the time you'll come to college and say, ए मैं अजीब लग रही क्या? ए मैं अच्छी नहीं लग रही क्या? Half of the time you'll do that. Why? Because somebody else's opinion is already sitting in your head. But if you carry yourself well with that amount of confidence, in that happiness that you're wearing it, तेरे को कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा, because others will also not feel it because you're not rubbing on it. तुम अनकंफर्टेबल करोगे तो अनकंफर्टेबल लगेगा, तुम खुश हो तो खुश दिखेगा. So that's how it is. That's why she said mentally strong. Mentally strong इसको बोलते हैं. Never take opinions unless it really matters to you, because people will give opinion. Today amma will tell you ఇది सूट అవుతుంది, same your brother will say सूट नहीं हो रहा, अब तुम मर जाइए. साला अम्मा की बात मानो कि भाई का बात मानो. And then 10 times you'll go to भाई बोलना भाई, सच्ची में बोलना भाई, कहीं से ये भी तेरे भाई को चिढ़ मच, अबे मत पहनना तो पहन, नहीं तो मत पहन जा. Now the whole excitement of wearing itself. When you talk about sensitization, it is respect. When you're giving an opinion about the dressing of your sister, give it with respect. Look at it and appreciate that she's happy wearing what she's wearing. So long as it's not vulgar, it's good to go, super duper hit. Appreciate her. खुश है पहनने के लिए, पहनने देना. तेरे बाप का क्या जा रहा है? खुश है, अच्छी बात है ना, लड़ाई कम होगी. Do I make sense? So when she talked about mental well-being, this is what she's saying. When you put your mental well-being into somebody else's hand, they will play. But if you keep your mental willness strong in your hands, you will win. So keeping that in mind, I repeat myself, be sensitive towards any gender. Do not make strong opinions unless you know the history of it. We make opinions of people, right? Today, standing here, I'm standing here. I'm standing opposite to you people, so many people. You think you have not made opinions about me? Second, do you think it matters to me? I answer, thank you. एक घंटा फर्क पड़ता है, चवन्नी का फर्क नहीं पड़ता है मेरे को. क्यों? क्योंकि I am what I am. मैं मस्त हूँ, मैं खुश हूँ. I saw all of you today. I feel blessed having met. I've met my friend after a long time. मैं मस्त हूँ. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता मेरे को. Whether you will remember me, will not remember me, even that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is, have I spent my preparation time with you? Have I done a good job? Have I been happy? Yes, I have. Right? So please, opinion बनाने के पहले लोगों को समझना सीखो. Be empathetic, be sympathetic, understand, communicate, speak to them and understand what their problems are. Support is required right now. Society is in a very bad shape. We need all of us to come together. Okay? So stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Oh, I sincerely apologize. Please do, but you have to come here. Because the mic is an issue. Ma'am, he's coming, he'll finish with him. हाँ राजा, you have to speak as well.
Myself, Karthik ma'am. I hope you are fine. It was a wonderful section actually. Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava. Why I have told these things is, first of all, every woman is a mother, first of all. And to all the girls who are sitting here, whether you take me as your brother, your friend, whatever colleague or whatever it might be, what ma'am has told is somewhat fearful, because while we were having a clutter putter talking, we were like, अरे मैम इतना बोल दे रही, शायद अगर अपन के ग्रुप में भी लड़के हैं ना, एक भी बात नहीं करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, अब लौंडिया बात करते रहेंगे, लौंडे बात करते रहेंगे, कैसा एक दूसरे से बात करेंगे. आई वॉज थिंकिंग दैट, आई वॉज कमेंटिंग ऑन इट एक्चुअली, बिकॉज थोड़ा बहुत गर्ल्स से भी इंट्रोडक्शन रहने का है ना. सो आई वॉज लाइक, वाइल मैम वॉज स्पीकिंग, आई वॉज हैविंग लाइक, अरे अब देख थोड़े बहुत है, अगर उनसे भी बात नहीं हुआ, अपन को अपन ही बातें कर लिए तो क्या इंटरेक्शन बढ़ेगा. आई वॉज इन सच काइंड ऑफ డైలమా. అండ్ టు ఆల్ ద బాయ్స్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు టెల్ వన్ థింగ్. నిన్న నేను స్పీచ్ మాట్లాడితే లాస్ట్లో జై శ్రీరామ్ అని అరిస్తే అందరూ జై శ్రీరామ్ అని అరిచారు కదా. ఇవాళ మీ అందరికో మాట చెప్తాను, అది మాత్రం దయచేసి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. రామాయణంలో శ్రీరాములు, ఐ హోప్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ తెలుగు. రామాయణంలో ఆఫ్టర్ మొత్తం గొడవ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత రావణాసురుడితో లక్ష్మణుడు అంటాడు, ఇప్పుడు సీతాదేవి వచ్చేసింది, మండోదరి కూడా అందంగానే ఉంటుంది కదా అన్నయ్య, నువ్వు పని చేయి, మండోదరిని కూడా ఉపపత్నిగా తీసుకో. ఇది వాల్మీకి వర్షన్లో సగం సగం ఉంటుంది, నేను డిఫరెంట్ వర్షన్స్ నుంచి తీసి చెప్తున్నా. వాల్మీకి దాంట్లో కొంచెం డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. సో లక్ష్మణుడు అంటాడు, మనం ఈ లంకలోనే ఉండిపోదాం, అయోధ్యకి వెళ్ళక్కర్లేదు, వీ విల్ స్టే ఇన్ దిస్ లంక, వీ విల్ రూల్ దిస్ లంక, వీ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు గో టు అయోధ్య, సీ హౌ రిచ్ ఇట్ ఈస్, రావణ హ్యాస్ గాన్. అప్పుడు రాముడు ఓ మాట చెప్తాడు, ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ యూ కుడ్ రిపీట్ సంస్కృత్, బట్ ప్లీజ్ కీప్ దిస్. ఈ 4 సంవత్సరాలే కాదు, మీ చితి కాలేంత వరకు ఈ మాట గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. జనని మాతృవత్ పరభార్యేషు పరద్రవ్యాన్ని లోష్టవేత్, జననీ జన్మభూమిశ్చ స్వర్గాదపి గరియసి. ఈ లాస్ట్ తెలిసే ఉంటుంది, జననీ జన్మభూమిశ్చ స్వర్గాదపి గరియసి అని చెప్పి. దీనికి నేను మీనింగ్ చెప్పక్కర్లేదు. మాతృవత్ పరభార్యేషు అంటే పరస్త్రీని, ఇక్కడ పరభార్య అని వస్తుంది కానీ పరస్త్రీ అంటే వీళ్ళందరినీ తల్లితో సమానంగా చూడమని మనందరికీ నిన్న జై శ్రీరామ్ జై శ్రీరామ్ అని కొట్టారు కదా. ఆగండి అమ్మా, ఆగండి. నిన్న జై శ్రీరామ్ అని అరిచారు కదా, నేను అన్నానని రాముడి నుంచి ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ కూడా తీసుకోవాలి. మరి రాముడు ఏం చెప్పాడు, వీళ్ళందరిలో ఒక తల్లిని చూడమన్నారు, ఒక సిస్టర్ని చూడమన్నారు, అలా చూద్దామని మనందరం ప్రయత్నిద్దాం, ఓకేనా? ఇక ఇంకో చిన్న విషయం, మా త్రిపుల్ సెక్షన్లోనే ఒకరు శబరిమల దాని గురించి మాట్లాడారు. యాక్చువల్లీ దాన్ని సోషల్గా కంటే రిలీజియస్గా తీసుకుంటే అక్కడ మా బాయ్స్ అందరికి కూడా మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది. ఒక సర్టెన్ ఏజ్లో అంటే అక్కడ ఉన్న స్వామి ఎవరైతే అయ్యప్ప స్వామి ఉన్నారో ఆయన బ్రహ్మచారి, అంటే మన ఏజ్ ఆయనే స్వామివారు కూడా. అయ్యప్ప స్వామికి కరెక్ట్గా చెప్పాలంటే 22 years ఆఫ్ ఏజ్. ఆయన ఏం మెసేజ్ ఇస్తున్నారంటే, డోంట్ గో టు అదర్ డిస్ట్రాక్షన్స్. ఉత్తి ఉమెన్ అనే కాదు, మనీ మ్యాటర్ అయినా సరే ఏదైనా సరే మీరు డిస్ట్రాక్షన్స్లో ఉండకండి అని చెప్పి ఆ 45 days కానీ 41 days కానీ దీక్ష ఎందుకు ఇస్తున్నారు? టు ట్రైన్ యువర్ మైండ్. ఉమెన్ ఒక్కరి వైపే వెనకాల పడడమే కాదు, ఈ వరల్డ్లీ మ్యాటర్స్ అన్నిట్లో కూడా మనీ అవని, ఫేమ్, ఉమెన్, వాట్ ఎవర్ హెల్ ఇట్ ఈస్, అన్నిటినీ నిగ్రహించుకుని నువ్వు కాన్షియస్గా ఉండగలిగితేనే దెన్ యు ఆర్ కాల్డ్ ఎ మ్యాన్, దెన్ యు ఆర్ నథింగ్. అందుకే ఆయన్ని ఆస్ఖలిత ధైర్య బ్రహ్మచారి అని కూడా ఆయన ఒక నామం ఉంటుంది స్వామివారికి. అంటే ఆయన ఇప్పుడు దాకా ఆయన కథలో కూడా ఒకటి వస్తుంది, ఇప్పుడు ఆ పేరు గుర్తు రావట్లేదు కానీ, ఒక స్త్రీ ట్రైబల్ ఉమెన్ స్వామివారి విజయం ఆఫ్టర్ హీ కిల్ ద డీమన్, ఒక స్త్రీ వచ్చి అడుగుతుంది స్వామివారిని, మీ అవతారం అయిపోయింది కదా, నన్ను పెళ్లి చేసుకోండి అని చెప్తే ఆయన ఏమంటాడో తెలుసా, నేను నా ఇంద్రియాలన్నింటినీ నిగ్రహించుకున్నాను. మనకి అన్నమయ, ప్రాణమయ, విజ్ఞానమయ, మనోమయ కోశాలు అని చెప్పి ఉంటాయి. అలాగే కామ, క్రోధ, లోభ, మోహ, మదమాత్సర్యాలు అనేవి కూడా ఉంటాయి. అందులో కామం అంటే ఓన్లీ లస్ట్ థాట్స్ అని తీసుకోకండి అమ్మ, కామం అంటే అన్ని కోరికలు ఉంటాయి. No, mostly what people think is kama means lust, but kama doesn't mean not only lusting towards men or women. Let it be whatever desire you have, that is kama. వీటన్నిటిని నిగ్రహించుకుంటేనే యు ఆర్ కంప్లీట్ మ్యాన్. రాముడి వీటన్నిటిని కంట్రోల్ చేసుకున్నాడు కనుకే ఆయన్ని పురుషోత్తమ అంటున్నాం. అయ్యప్ప స్వామి ఇవన్నీ కంట్రోల్ చేసుకున్నారు కనుకే ఆయన్ని దేవుడు అంటున్నాం. మనం కూడా మరి రోజు వాళ్ళకి దండం పెట్టుకుంటాం. నిన్న నేను జై శ్రీరామ్ అన్న అని చెప్పి నేను అసలు వింటూనే ఉన్నాను, జై శ్రీరామ్ జై శ్రీరామ్ అని అరుస్తున్నారు. మరి మన అందరం జై శ్రీరామ్ ఉన్నాం కాబట్టి రాముడు బాట మీద నడుద్దామా వద్దా చెప్పండి రా. నిన్న జై శ్రీరామ్ అన్నారు, ఇవాళ ఏమో ఇంత చెప్పేసరికి ఏం మాట్లాడలేదు. థ్యాంక్ యూ, ఐ అపాలజైజ్, కొంచెం ఎక్కువ తీసుకున్నాను.
Thank you so much. Give him a big round, please. Thank you so much for wonderful contributions from all of you. It's been truly a blessing to be here. Thank you so much. All yours.
Thank you, ma'am. As we come to the conclusion of this insightful and enriching session on gender sensitization, it is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Matrushri Engineering College. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Ramya Raman Garu, for your interactive and inspiring words. Thank you, ma'am, for raising awareness of gender sensitivity, gender equality concerns, and also about gender discrimination. I request Dr. Aruna ma'am to hand over the token of appreciation to our speaker of today's session. Thank you.
Yes, dear students, I just want to tell you one thing before I hand over our token of appreciation. Apart from being a corporate trainer, she also is, I know her personally because she has counseled many students who have fallen into the trap of drugs and they have come out successfully. So, in case if there is any problem, sorry ma'am, without taking your permission, you can actually, yeah, thank you.
Srilata madam.